Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. From where we last left off, we've successfully defeated Frieza on planet Namek. Now we're going to continue on with the story of the Dragon Ball Z series. And the game, I mean. And now a quick update, I've finally completed my Let's Play of Little Nightmares, Secrets of More, with an unfortunate sad ending. We saw the lady's true face, which I had no idea she was that old. It's a good thing we already took care of her in the main campaign at that anyway. Let's see here. Frieza was dead, but Goku still had no reprieve. Goku managed to reach Frieza's spaceship, but it was swallowed in the cracks of the collapsing planet. With nothing left he could do, Goku was wiped out in the explosion of planet Namek. Oh yeah, Frieza's spaceship was wrecked when he got to it. Probably due to Vegeta when he was distracting Frieza and Zarbon. With planet Namek now destroyed, it seemed Goku and Krillin could no longer be revived. But Vegeta pointed out they could resurrect the two after bringing their spirits to Earth. Bulma and the others asked Porunga to call Goku and Krillin's spirit to Earth, but they are told he cannot. Because Goku is still alive. They are happy to hear Goku is still alive, but he rejects their wish as he plans to return on his own shortly. Krillin and Yamcha are revived, and 130 days later, Sheltu and Tien are brought back to life. The Namekians moved to a new planet. I can't speak. For the immediate time and thereafter, the Earth was at peace. However, around 1 year later, Gohan and the others felt two massive keys approaching. And unbelievably, one of those keys was the same as Frieza's, who should have been dead. The warriors gathered to get to the bottom of the matter. Oh yeah! I was meant to tell you about what happened between both Frieza and the Trunks sagas. As you know, well, if you remember the original series, after the Frieza saga, there was a little saga involving the return of Garlic Jr., known as the Garlic Jr. saga, where he and his new minions, the Spice Boys, return mainly to exact revenge. The Spice Boys are sometimes known as the Four Monarchs. Whereas I'm not going to explain what in the entirety of the Garlic Jr. saga, but just going to stick to what has been happening. Well, Garlic Jr. first planned to take over Kami's position as Guardian of the Earth. Then he used the Blackwater Mist to create his own army of insanity black-eyed demons by enslaving the popularity of Earth. And then the Sea Fighters Goku wasn't there at the time because he was on another planet after his battle with Frieza. Anyway, hang on. So anyway, the Kami and Mr. Popo decided to go down to where the former Guardians were buried. And then Kami did succeed in his goal, but Garlic Jr. on the other hand realised what was happening, and and as a last resort, he reopened the Dead Zone. And once again, he told them that once they get sucked in the Dead Zone, they are trapped in total darkness for all eternity. And after all the struggles they did, Gohan successfully destroyed the source of Garlic Jr.'s power, which was the Makio Star, which had actually drained him from his power, and he was sucked back into the Dead Zone for the second time, but this time for good. It's a World Tournament stage, but we're not going to do that, unfortunately. Just going to try to stick to the main story. Although people often say that the Garlic Jr. saga was entirely filler, but it's an awesome film if you know what I mean. Despite it not being in the manga. Can you imagine what Garlic Jr. would look like if he appeared in the manga? Suppose he would be the same as he was in the anime, but I mean, would you imagine what he'd look like if Like nowadays, if you know, if he would return. Ah, here we go. Frieza's. Ah, this is the part where Frieza landed. Anyway, here we go. The identity of the massive keys that emerged from the spaceship were Frieza, who survived in a cyborg body, and his father, King Cold. Now, King Cold, this guy would have been like Frieza in his second form. His horns are a little bit different. Vegeta and the others were sure this would be the end of Earth, but a youth suddenly appeared suddenly and transformed into a Super Saiyan. He destroyed Frieza and his father instantly. The youth then invited the warriors to go and greet Goku. Hours later, Goku's spaceship landed at the exact time the youth had predicted. I mean, can you imagine all the time they had waited in this hot environment? The youth spoke with Goku alone, and after some talk, asked Goku to turn into a Super Saiyan. There's Frieza in his mecha state. Oh, that's him when he got sliced in half by Trunks, I remember that. Bit of a spoiler alert right here. Still remember now. I mean, Frieza tried everything to destroy him, but after 4 attempts, he succeeded, but it was not all worth it.
Goku, can you become a Super Saiyan right now?
That's Trunks.
I'd like to see.
See his sword behind his back. That's what he used to defeat Frieza. Still remember that from the series.
Super Saiyan. What amazing power. So that's how he beat Frieza. How's this? I can become one too. Excuse me.
And also, if you recall, Frieza's death also later on sets the premise of Dragon. Oh, sorry, but I can't speak properly. Also, as I was trying to say, Frieza's death later sets the premise for Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. You know, if you watch the flashback scenes in that, if you watch the intro to that, it begins with like Frieza being trapped in Earth's hell, and like so there was a flashback of his death, and he got revived by remnants of his army. Well, I didn't expect to beat Goku as Trunks. I do recall after this battle, Trunks did tell Goku that in 3 years' time, a new destructive force will show up on an island 9 miles southwest of South City. Of course, we'll find out as we go further in this. Let's see what Trunks can do. See a burning attack. Yeah, shining sword attack. Oh, well, I'm not going to do that against Goku because he already used that attack on Frieza. By slicing him in half and slicing him into little pieces and obliterating him into smithereens. I still remember that. Yeah, that's the technique he did try on Frieza, but he and his dad dodged it. He was like, "When I'll get my hands on," huh? That's when he noticed Trunks coming down on him. Should have seen the look on his face when he was staring at death in the face.
Oh. I see. So it's true. Actually, you're even stronger than I heard. Well, you obviously weren't seriously fighting. I'll tell you everything.
Here we go.
Excuse me. I hope the future changes, Trunks. Well, now that I've seen your strength, Goku, I'm starting to feel hopeful.
I like Trunks' voice there.
Yes, I'll come to help you 3 years from now. Stay alive.
I suppose you don't know what Trunks was telling Goku about, but it did explain a bit. Let's see here. Relieved after seeing Goku was even stronger than he hoped, the youth revealed to him the entire truth. The youth says that he came 20 years from the future through a time machine. His name was Trunks. Goku is shocked to hear that he is the son of Bulma and Vegeta. Shocking, I know. Trunks warns him that in 3 years, 2 terrifyingly powerful androids would appear, created by the former Red Ribbon Army scientist, Dr. Gero. Oh, yeah, he was one of the leaders behind the Red Ribbon Army. Goku learns that in 20 years, Trunks is the only fighter remaining. Gohan, who taught him how to fight, died 4 years previously, and Goku himself had died from a viral heart disease. Although somewhat stunned seeing Goku upset over not being able to fight, Trunks realizes what a reliable ally he will become. Trunks handed Goku special heart medicine from the future. He returned to the future, promising to come back and help him in 3 years. To change the future, the warriors swear to assemble again in 3 years and fly off to their respective training grounds. Oh, I still remember what... Hang on. 3 years of training quickly passed, and the fated day came. I still remember the episode where Goku and Piccolo were forced to take... Oh, there we go. Who are Android 19 and Android 20? I still remember the episode where Goku and Piccolo went to driving school. That was really funny, where Goku was unsure what to do. I mean, if we put him in Mrs. Puff's boating school with SpongeBob, who knows what will happen? And also Piccolo as well. How will Mrs. Puff cope with three unteachable students? I don't know. There we go, we're going to an island in North City. And now 3 years in already.
Be honest. Do you really think you can beat him? I haven't even seen the guy. How should I know? I'll tell you after I try. Piccolo, I'm begging. Even if things look bad, don't push yourself. Cat, look! It's Krillin!
Oh, you can tell Gohan has changed a bit. But wait until you see what he's like during the Cell games. Let's have a look. Let's see where we're supposed to go. Nah, that's not what I'm looking for, but I'm going to look for one of the Dragon Balls. According to the Dragon Radar, it should be right about here, near to where we're supposed to be.
9 kilometers southwest of South City.
Nah, it's still the World Tournament stage.
That's it. That island.
That's the one right here.
Island.
That's...
It even has a decent-sized town on it. I can feel 2 large powers over there. That's probably Yamcha and the others. Let's go.
Wait, did I say North? Did I say North City? Wait a minute, let's just have a look through there. Before we tackle the android bit. No, I'd not fancy that. Let's just focus on the android story arc. Here we go. Krillin joined up with Yamcha and the others, and is shocked to learn that the baby in Bulma's arms is Vegeta's. Yajirobe also came to deliver some sensor beams. However, Tia noticed at the time Trunks from the future said the android would appear had already passed. But there was no sense of that key, just as they thought it seemed strange. Yajirobe's sky car was suddenly attacked by something as he left, and suddenly exploded. Oh yeah, that's what I remember! It had some smoke, just like Frieza's little pieces. As the smoke receded, the androids finally appeared and headed straight down into town. Get it? That rhymes! But their keys could not be felt at all. It is then that Goku and the others realized that the androids did not have keys. Goku and the others struggled to find enemies with no key, but Yamcha heard a scream nearby and ran into the androids. However, there's them two already. Androids 19 and 20. You'll soon know what Android 20's identity is. Suppose you already know about that. I remember Android 19 in the Ocean dub, where he's spoken in like a normal human voice. Or in this game, in the original Funimation dub in the games, he's spoken like a
human with an extremely high energy level is approaching.
He's spoken like a cyborg voice. Yep, like here. That's Android 20, who you've seen his real name, Dr. Gero.
There are a couple of killer androids loose. Have you seen them?
He thought they were just normal people. But...
We're right here.
Oh, I still remember. He just put... Dr. Gero put his hand on Yamcha's mouth. Not to mention he impaled it with his own hands. Yeah, sure, that Android 19's voice here reminds me, it sounds like a cyborg that sounds like Jimmy's voice from Ed, and Eddie, but with more of a cyborg feel. And that guy is actually Dr. Gero, who you recall is one of the members of the Red Ribbon Army. I mean, it's kind of like, the Red Ribbon Army is kind of like, you know, a terrorist group in the Dragon Ball universe. And it was destroyed by Goku. That's how Dr. Gero spent years creating androids and to destroy him. If I recall, there was like a flashback from the anime where Dr. Gero was creating a big hulky android in a big tube. And when it came out of the tube, it just like turned on him. That's what Trunks described as their first act after being born, was to turn on their own creator. And then he was like, "You can't harm me! I made you!" And then he was like, crushed his head like so. I mean, not to mention, he mentioned that the androids were ruthless and enjoyed causing mayhem and destruction and terror. Okay, let's take a look at Yamcha here. Don't want him to go wasted again. Blinded Wolfang Fist. Unfortunately, I'm not going to try that. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is what I still remember from the series. Like so. You can see what he was doing there? He was absorbing energy while using his hand. Poor Yamcha, wasted again.
So you're the androids. I've been waiting for you.
Strange. How did you know we were androids?
And you can still see the red ribbon insignia on his hat.
I'm not telling you. I'm afraid you're gonna have to force it out of me.
As you wish.
That guy there's Android 19.
Fighting here. Let's take this somewhere deserted.
I mean, I can tell he has white skin.
Both of you.
Yeah. Told ya, sounds a bit like Jimmy, but with a cybernetic voice. Junior from Ed and Eddie. Okay, how can I beat the androids? At this way, did they absorb energy? I mean, I've seen what they did in the series, but that was a different matter. I don't know why Dr. Zero 19 will wear these hats. Mainly to cover something that's actually on their heads. Well, you'll see why. Let's see. No. Let's try over there and see if I can remember the Dragonballs. Ah! I found it! It's a 3-star Dragon Ball! In the meantime, let's get back to the main action.
Now, Goku, how far do you plan on going?
As far as we're going, old man. There we go.
This will do. Let's fight here. You have lost your right to choose.
Let's begin the... Anyway, lucky lads. Oh, I think that's the same place where we fought Vegeta. I believe in the series this was a different setting.
I've continued my research ever since you destroyed our Red Ribbon Army. Dedicating my life's work to defeating you. So you got a grudge against me? Precisely. Through your fight with Vegeta, we were able to fully comprehend your power and techniques. Well, then, you forgot to study the most important thing. Your loss.
Oh, burn! But not that kind of burn!
You powered up quite impressively. But Android 19 should still be able to beat you. Oh, yeah? Well then, how about giving us a taste of this android's power?
Here we go, we're fighting against Android 19. Whoa, you can see what he's doing there, charging up his energy. Even though he's an energy absorbing model, you can see he has the same white skin as Frieza's in his final form. You can see he's wearing a different style of hat. Don't know why they had to wear those hats. If I remember right, when Vegeta was fighting 19, or when Dr. Gero had his hat removed for the first time, it revealed that Dr. Gero had his human brain inside his android body, whereas 19 here has like an electric type brain inside of his head, protected by this glass dome. Meantime, let's teach Android 19 what for. I think the guys who did the Android stuff were probably inspired by the Terminator series. Maybe that's how they got the inspiration for the Android saga. I mean, we know the Terminator himself is an android, so as the others from the later films. I still remember that Terminator attraction in Florida. That is unfortunately no longer there. I still remember these androids there, and the big cybernetic spider reaching out in front of us when we were wearing the glasses. Oh, he really wasn't expecting that. Well, you would better test the Kamehameha on him and see if it works on him. Oh, is where Goku started to feel weird.
Wait, I know. It's Dad's sickness.
Oh yeah, it's his heart virus.
That the kid from the future told us about?
It hurts. What's happening?
That's what Trunks warned them about. But it's happening much later than he said it would. Oh, now it's Vegeta's turn to step in.
I'm the one who's supposed to defeat Kakarot. I won't let some mechanical doll do it for me. I can already tell from watching you. You're not nearly as tough as everyone thinks.
I have already analyzed all of your combat techniques, Vegeta.
We're Saiyans. You'll need more than numbers to understand our power. Tell me, I'd like to know.
Oh, here we go.
Do androids feel
This is
fear?
where Vegeta also becomes a Super Saiyan! Like so! You'll see why.
Vegeta went Super Saiyan? I thought you couldn't do that unless you had a completely calm heart.
My heart was calm. Calm and pure. Pure evil, that is. To become as powerful as I possibly could, I subjected myself to the most rigorous training. Eventually, I discovered a limit. I couldn't get stronger. And with my anger at its peak, it happened. I became a Super Saiyan. I was overcome with joy. I beat Kakarot and was ready to return as the Saiyan Prince.
That's enough nonsense.
Hey, I wasn't ready for that, you mechanical nuisance! Get it? Let's see what Super Saiyan Vegeta has got. Okay, he's still got the Gallic Gun. Oh, the Super Explosion Wave. Ah, there's a Big Bang attack. Which we'll see later on. Let's try the Super Explosive Wave. He wasn't expecting that at all. Well, I left a huge crater. I forgot to mention that 19 also absorbs energy. If you remember the series, Goku did try to use a Kamehameha on him, but 19 used his hand and just absorbed it. Oh yeah, 19's no match for Vegeta anyway, in the Super Saiyan form. I still remember one line from him where he said, "Your brain must be malfunctioning. Fresh out of the factory with no warranty. And already broken. What a pity." How's that, eh? What a useless machine he is.
A bit more fun. You feel good?
Oh, and I still recall when 19 was trying to absorb Vegeta's energy, Vegeta did latch onto it by twisting his own 2 feet on 19's face. He was like, I don't know what he was doing there. Although he did to do it so firmly that he ripped both 19's hands off! Like, imagine if he did that to an actual human. Oh. I mean, would you imagine if that happened to a real person? Without ripping both his hands off firmly. It doesn't need serious strength to rip some of his body parts off. It's like the balance of hell in Doom 2016, for instance, when you get killed by them, where they do tend to rip off your legs off firmly. Probably might not sure if I have to do a Let's Play at some point. And enjoy, yeah, this year also marks the, 25 years of Doom's release. I might have to think about doing a Let's Play of Doom 2016, or possibly an emulator Let's Play of Doom 64 EX. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. There we go, that's a Big Bang attack I was on about. That kid with 19 was running away from fear! If you still recall, Android 19 was running away absolutely terrified after seeing what Vegeta is capable of. And he was like, "Here it comes! A little going away present for you!" Look at him. I mean, he wasn't expecting that at all while he was running away!
This is certainly outside of my calculations. But the fact still remains. Your probability of victory is very low.
I know that was quite brutal for 19. And we know there was nothing left of him at this point. apart from all that was left of him was his head. I think I might have to cut off here. But before I cut off, I better see what's happening. Trunks arrived late and became perplexed when he saw that the androids they were fighting were ones that he had never seen. Dr. Giro, sensing his great miscalculation, became determined to return to his laboratory. He shoots at Bulma and the others, and then escapes in the distraction. As he leaves, Dr. Giro mentions the existence of 17 and 18. Piccolo determined these were the true androids who made the future a nightmare. He asked Trunks to describe them, and then started looking for a cave near North City that Bulma had heard of, that had been converted into a laboratory. Krillin discovered the cave, and at that very moment ran into Dr. Giro. He raised his key suddenly as a signal to distract the others. Dr. Giro activated 17 and 18, but 17 made him drop his guard in order to steal the energy shutdown device. He's attacked from behind and then crushed. Oh yeah, I still remember the time when he stole the remote from him and crushed it. Trunks saw 17 and 18 trying to activate 16. Unwilling to see another android join the fray, he blows up the entire laboratory, but the androids escape. And then 16 woke up! But the androids began flying towards Goku's house, as if nothing was wrong. Vegeta, his pride from being ignored, gave chase to the androids. Trunks tried to restrain him, but he is thrown aside by sheer force. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Go with this again. Now, where am I supposed to be? Hi. Oh yeah. I think after this battle I might have to cut off here. Let's see what's up.
Fine, I'll find
Hey, this is Android 18,
Just so you
the one
know,
with the blonde
I
hair.
won't be holding back because you're a woman. And then again, you're an android, so you're not really a woman anyway.
Now I know I can't hit a lady, but I've got no choice. I mean, did you ever see me hit the lady in Little Nightmares? No, and we used a mirror against her. But wait till you see what Android 17 is like. I mean, these androids are very agile than like Vegeta and the others. So, if you watch the special, The History of Trunks, you should have seen what they were capable of. By making the future a terrifying nightmare. The future Trunks' timeline. I guess the difference between 17 and 18... Between 17 and 18 and Android 19 and Dr. Giro is both 19 and Giro absorb energy, whereas 17 and 18's energy on the other hand, lasts forever. And you'd be like, what? That's impossible! Sure, my energy doesn't last forever whenever I do physical activities like swimming and like water polo. Great, I'm just like Moose from Salted Gardens, I know. You know, I know from Salted Gardens, that's Sean O'Shea. I wonder how he's doing at the moment. Well, the good thing is I do particularly warm up before physical activity, really. Because otherwise I'll be exhausted. Which is why it's always important to warm up before physical activity. Well, I do in recent times.
Father, we have to go! Get out of my way!
Oh, you can see Vegeta is determined to finish the fight off.
Run, I don't blame you. We have no interest in those who run away.
Oh, here we go again with the low battery.
Joking.
Excuse me for a bit.
Run away.
I assume
That's Android 17 right here.
So I'll warn you. If anyone interferes in this one-on-one battle, then I'll join the fight as well.
You'll keep fighting.
Thank you if you haven't noticed, I've got this attached to a lightning connector on my
That's
iPod
more like
Touch. And I've been doing that since my Let's Play Spider-Man 3 with a low battery and my tripod falling over. But that was... Unfortunately, that doesn't matter anyway. Well, look at she's capable of dodging my attacks. Let's try the maximum... What, maximum flasher? I thought I was going to use the Gallic gun on her. Sorry guys, I've still got this cough. But it shouldn't affect me too much during this Let's Plays. But I would love to do my voice acting, but I can't do my voice acting with this cough. I can only do it when I'm at my 100%. Ah, here we go, Trunks again. Uh-oh, here we go with 17. Ooh. Now you see what he and 18 are capable
I
of
thought I
already.
warned you. If anyone interferes in a one-on-one battle, then I have no choice but to fight as well.
Yeah, we've already got that part. Ah, here we go, Piccolo's turn. Oh, he's out now. And Tien's turn. Whoa, we're watching these quick fights already with 17. This saves me the job of beating him. Trying to beat him, really. It's Vegeta's turn again! I had 18 without a jacket. Ah! Oh, I remember now she's breaking Vegeta's arm with her leg. I mean, you wouldn't do that in, like, martial arts, really. Just bringing in people's arms. Sure, she can scream like a woman, but... who doesn't? Whoa! Right, that's it. What, you think Vegeta was nearsighted? Whoa! Talk about a warm-up blow. Now to perform a super explosive wave on her again. Hit her with 19. Well, at least that was over to get the fight finished.
What's the delay?
Oh, here you go. This is a technique I mentioned. I think. Oh, see what I mean? Oh.
I'd better make sure this pesky Saiyan can't use his other hand.
Oh no!
Oh, I still remember the
Don't
bit where
worry,
she kissed Krillin.
everyone's still alive. Tell them I'd be happy for a rematch anytime, if they trained hard enough to be worthy opponents, that is. See ya.
Okay, that was a good battle, but I think I'll have to cut off here. I will see you next time as we continue on with the Android saga. In the game, really. And so until then, bye!